What is up, Sports Wars? It's Tommy, and today we're going to talk about this story that's been developing all day with Billy Napier. If you haven't heard about it, he essentially encouraged, whatever word you want to insert there, his players to donate the minimum amount of $50 for a membership to their athletics foundation. So USA Today has this story, so do several other places, and we'll kind of walk through some of that. But University of Louisiana Lafayette football coach Billy Napier created a team rule that required all scholarship players to donate to the school's athletic foundation, he announced earlier this week. Once the school year begins, Napier wanted all scholarship players to become minimum $50 members to the Ragin' Cajuns Athletics Foundation. The school has since backpedaled on its stance, claiming the donation is not mandatory. Previously, Napier only specified that it was not mandatory for walk-on players. So he says, "We want our players to be educated and understand the benefits of being a student athlete, and that's not something that should be taken lightly." So we're trying to create a scenario where 5 to 10 years from now, these are guys that are willing to give back and continue to be part of the program and realize that this is what this place did for them. I think we got that message across this morning, and that's a good thing. So D1 athletes who are offered scholarship are not compensated by the university. However, they receive a full 4-year education for a sport like football, which includes weekly allowances for food and travel. So Napier was hired in 2007. We don't need to walk through that. But they've since walked back on this. The athletic director came out and made a statement. So he's saying that they're not requiring, it's not mandatory. It's more like a suggestion here. And he walks through and he says, Coach Napier's comments were well-intentioned. The purpose was to educate, inform, and encourage our student athletes about the RCAF. So when they grow up and they start earning a living, they can become investors in the program. Now, if a student athlete decides to become an investor now, great, but the intention was never to make it mandatory. Whether it's legal or illegal according to the NCAA, we would never dictate to student athletes how they must spend their scholarship money. Now, this is sort of the problem here. Look, there's a few things to address here, okay? First of all, the messaging that the school is trying to present of encouraging the student athletes to become part of the family, if you will, to donate to the scholarship funds that sort of help support them, to become part of the university's alumni association. All that stuff is fine, but what we have right here is the athletic director saying they're not going to dictate how they're going to tell student athletes to use their money. However, Coach Napier just appeared on the Feinbaum show not half an hour ago, and his messaging is much like the messaging that was first released. He says it's about creating gratitude, eliminating the entitlement that comes with this group of people these days. That's a quote from him. It's about creating gratitude and eliminating the entitlement that comes with this group of people these days. Man, that is not a good look. That is just not a good look at all. Especially because he went on to say this, membership is a drop in the bucket because players receive about $45,000 in cost of attendance checks over a 4-year career. So here's the heartburn a lot of people have with this, because Billy Napier, and if we look on Deadspin, of course this is going to have its own twist towards the story, but at the end of the day, Billy Napier made $850,000 thereabouts last year. How do we make up the rest? Where's the rest of the salary come from? Well, NBC Sports, this is College Football Talk, has some of those answers, and as an aside, and apropos about nothing, go away. What's going on here? The Lafayette Daily Advertiser wrote in July of this year that Napier's current contract went into effect January 1, 2018, and was valued at $756,960 guaranteed in the first year of the deal, including a $500,000 contingent premium benefit funded by the Ragin' Cajun Athletic Foundation. So yeah, there's that. That's why it's a bad look. A huge chunk of the coach's salary is made up by the Ragin' Cajun Athletics Foundation, and now we've got sort of the look, the aesthetic of a coach forcing his players to do it. The university walks back on that and says, no, that's not what we meant, guys. Hey, we're just saying, hey, be part of the family when you start making some money. But then the coach goes back on TV after that statement and says, well, yeah, we're trying to get rid of the entitled nature of this group of young people that we have coming in these days, and this is just a drop in the bucket. And he also went on to say, if a player feels like they can't make that $50 contribution, they know they can come see me. I mean, I just don't know how that works, That's just sort of the wrong messaging, in my opinion. I think they really need to kind of get this thing together and put one foot forward on it and all sing from the same sheet of music, because it sounds like a couple different things. I can see why people are really getting upset about this and sort of where they're coming from with regard to, look, players, it's not like they picked these players up off the street and just decided, hey, just out of the kindness of our heart, we're going to give you a scholarship, so you should show us gratitude. You should pay us $50 into the university's athletic fund. They're there for a reason. They're there because they make money for the school, and that's the only reason you gave them a scholarship. So to throw out words like gratitude and get rid of this sense of entitlement these days sort of goes to the larger conversation that's happening in college football of, do we pay players? With the amount of money that they generate for the universities, is it time to pay players? I don't know. I think that this just has a bad look overall, and it kind of adds to that conversation in the greater college football sense of, what do we do to compensate players? Are we doing enough? And should we require things like this? And what's the aesthetic of this, having the players donate into a foundation that covers the coach's salary when it's such a monumental amount, $500,000. So what do you think? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for checking out this video, and we'll talk to you later.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.